minasan, konnichiwa. Guess what? I currently have 5 days until I am in Japan. So I decided today, as a last video, this is sort of the finale of the half season. I don't know what I'm doing, but as a final video, I wanted to talk to you guys about some of the fears I have about going to Japan. Now, I don't have many, and I'm more excited than anything, of course you guys know, and none of these fears are going to hold me back from going to Japan. However, if I went into this telling you guys that I have absolutely no concerns whatsoever, I would be lying to you. And because nobody goes into something completely new without having some fears and some concerns. So, I'm going to list to you guys my top fears for going to Japan. Alright guys, so my first fear about going to Japan is the fact that I do not like fish. And a majority of the food eaten in Japan come from the ocean. Whether that be fish, crustaceans, all of it I do not like to eat. I think it smells gross. But this is how I will be dealing with it. I'm going to taste everything once, at least. If I'm with my host family, which I will only be with once a month on a weekend, because I'm mainly living in the dorm. If I'm with them and they want to feed me fish, I will taste it. I hope it's not... They don't eat big portions, so hopefully I can, scarf it down. But, I mean, generally I don't like fish. I'm going to hope that maybe in Japan it tastes better because that's their thing. But I don't like fish, and that's a big problem, per se. But I know it's not the only thing they have in Japan, so I'm not going to starve if I don't like fish. I'm sure there's rice and chicken and tons of stuff for me to try. But I'm not going to, say I'm not going to eat no fish, because I will try it. But there's no guarantees that I'm going to like it. The other thing about food is I'm a picky eater in general. But like I said, I'm going to try everything at least once. I'm going to get over my picky eater. I'm going to try to get over my picky eaterness. I'm really bad with tasting new foods, though. I'm not even going to lie, because I try to sugarcoat it all the time when I tell other people. But I'm going to be dead honest with you guys today. I am extremely bad with eating food that I've never tasted before, that smells weird, that looks weird. But I'm going to try, because it's another country, it's a whole other thing, and I have to take in as much of the experience as possible. My second problem isn't exactly about Japan, it is about my hamster. My hamster Coda has been with me since last spring, and I am the primary caregiver for her. I do everything for her. And now that I am leaving, I had the choice of leaving her with my friend or my mom, and I don't know what I'm doing, even though I have 5 days left, because I recently found out she has a tumor right by her leg. And I don't know how she has this thing. I know hamsters get tumors, but she, from what I know, is young, and she's too young to be having a tumor. Now, I don't know if I want to give her to my friend, because I was dead set on giving her to my friend to watch, or leave her here in case my mom has to bring her to the vet, or has to emergency bury her, or for any reason. I'm worried that she's going to forget me, she's going to become really mean, that she's going to not be fed right, not be taken care of right, starve to death. I don't want to lose her, and I don't want to leave her here not knowing what's going to happen to her, and I don't want her to die while I'm gone. And that was her last memories on Earth or something. Is that terrible? I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. The other thing I'm really, really worried about is my speaking ability in Japanese, because I feel that I'm really bad at it, especially speaking, understanding, but I'm even worried about that I'm going to hear people talk, I'm not going to know what they're saying, I'm not going to know how to respond, and it's going to just be awkwardness all over the place. But of course, that's how you learn. But I'm terrified. But again, that's how you learn. I'm going to be in classes, I'm going to be submersed in the Japanese language. I have 2 speaking partners that I'm really excited to meet. And I can't wait to meet them. I can't wait to meet them. I know they speak English, so I can speak English to them, and I can speak Japanese with them, and we can both learn together each other's languages, and it will be a really good experience. However, I'm still really nervous about the whole thing, but I'm sure after a while, maybe it gets easier. You guys can tell me, because I know some of you have probably already went through this. So my last and final fear is, okay, get ready. I am terrified of planes. And this is like one of the longest plane rides you can have. I'm flying to Japan. It's like a 14-hour flight. I'm terrified of planes. And of course, going there, I heard, is a lot of turbulence because you're going against the wind. And that's going to scare the crap out of me. Once I get off that plane, I will feel so much better. I'm really afraid of the entire thing, though. Like, I'm afraid of losing my luggage. I've been trying to put all these things in my luggage, worried that, oh, if I have this in there, they're going to think it's a bomb. So I can't put this there. And if I put these liquids, and they're not in a Ziploc, if I put it in a Ziploc, is there still going to be a problem? Is there still a certain amount? And I keep looking, and I've read all the stuff, and I'm fairly confident I have everything correct at this point. Except for a gift that I already wrapped. Now I have to unwrap, and now I don't know what I have to do with it, but they will think that is a bomb, and they will unwrap it. But, I'm terrified of planes, though. The plane is the part that scares me the most. And the way that I'm coping with that is that I've gotten my, I downloaded a season of Survivor. You know that show that nobody watches anymore? I still watch it. I've been bored at home, so I've actually caught up on a whole bunch of seasons. And I downloaded one that I haven't seen yet. So I'm going to watch that because that will take a lot of the plane flight away. If I'm not sleeping for most of it. And worst to worst, I got a new Game Boy game. So I will be playing the Game Boy game if I don't want to watch the show. So I actually have more than 8 hours worth of things to do. I feel confident that I will be able to at least keep myself busy and not thinking about the fact that I'm on a plane when I'm on the plane. So I'm not too worried because there is no way a plane flight will stop me from going to Japan. Okay, because I'm scared of planes, but I've rode in planes before. And I'm always scared, and I ride them, and I'm fine. I'm afraid of elevators, and I ride elevators all the time. I just don't like being in it alone. But I will go in it alone if I have to. That's the thing about me and some people. When I'm afraid, I will always do it. I will not let it stop me from doing anything. And that's why all these fears, even though I'm afraid, I'm not going to let any of them stop me from doing what I want to do the most, which is go to Japan. So, that's about it, guys. Any thoughts or comments? What kind of fears do you have about going to Japan if you've never been there before? 5 days till Japan. Do not forget it. 5 days. And this is the final video that will be a normal video. The rest of my videos will all be related to my trip in Japan. So, bye guys. I'll see you in Japan.